Welcome to the Hunger and Environmental Nutrition Dietetic Practice Group 2013-14 Volunteer Orientation. My name is Ashley Colpart. I'm your chair for this year, and I'd like to welcome you to this training. So welcome to HEN. I want to remind you that HEN's vision is to optimize the nation's health by promoting access to nutritious food and clean water from a secure and sustainable food system. Our mission is to empower our members and the rest of the Academy members to be leaders in sustainable and accessible food and water systems. And as Stacia Clinton, our past chair, so eloquently said, there's something about belonging to a group of dynamic, like-minded individuals that have a true passion for creating a sustainable food system. I find they re-energize me on days when our current state has begun to take its toll. So just a few of my favorite quotes about volunteering. Volunteerism is the voice of people put into action, and these actions shape and mold the present into the future that we can all be proud of. Volunteering can be exciting and growing and enjoyable experience for us, and it's truly gratifying to serve a cause, practice one's ideals, work with people, solve problems, and see those benefits, and know that you actually had a hand in all of that progress. Volunteers are not paid, and that's because they're not worthless. It's because they are actually priceless. So let's talk a little bit about the history of HEN. The HEN DPG was born from the mergers of two distinct DPGs in the year 2000. The Hunger and Malnutrition DPG was founded in 1993 by Minky Mendora and Raina Prendergrass. The Environmental Nutrition Dietetic Practice Group was founded separately by Susan Cooper in 1994. The first chair of HEN was John Krakowski, and we added these two mergers together to create HEN. One of the Hunger and Malnutrition DPG's condition, according to Sue Roberts, who was chair in 2001 and 2002, was that the name for the DPG had to start with the word hunger. She says that we couldn't just come up with anything catchy, so we put the two names together, Hunger and Environmental Nutrition, with every intent that that would be temporary and they'd come up with a jazzier name soon. The rest is history. They never came up with a different name, and now we know HEN as the Dietetic Practice Group, which we love the name. Dating back to the year 2000, HEN has had some fantastic chairs in leadership. Sue, Allison, Fern, Barb, Angie, some of these names may be very familiar to you from our active EML listserv, as well as our newsletters and other updates you may have seen. And these are very amazing people that are still working really hard in their communities, in their state affiliates, in the National Academy, and in other endeavors related to food and water systems in our country and abroad. Our HEN volunteers and leadership and members are really what make HEN special. Here's some photos over the last 10 years of some of our leadership in different committees that have met over the years to do strategic planning, to meet at FNCE, and to really set the stage for what HEN was going to do in the future. Here are some photos of your current leadership team, some of the committee members as well as the executive committee members. So get to know these faces, and hopefully you'll get to meet some of them in person at FNCE Houston 2013. HEN has seen some fantastic membership growth over the last 10 years, and this is a testament of how important our work has become on the national stage, specifically within the Academy, but also within the national broader scope of how relevant environmental nutrition and agriculture issues are tied into hunger and malnutrition issues. A major focus we plan on having this year is growing this membership even more and trying to communicate the message to the larger and broader Academy membership that hunger and environmental nutrition issues are a baseline issue for all Academy members. So let's look a little bit at the way we're structured. The executive committee, which is made up of the chair, the past chair, the chair-elect, a secretary, the treasurer, and our new DPG House delegate, are the people that make all the major decisions for HEN. We are aligned closely with Lisa Sands, who is our Academy DPG Relations Liaison, and she's our main point person when working with the bigger Academy as a whole. Under the executive committee are all of our major committees that run our programming. That includes the nominating committee, the education committee, external relations, public policy, and membership communications. HEN also has tons of active work groups and projects that are going on. So we have standing work groups, task force, and special programs that aren't standing committees, but that have a project and wrap that project up within the year. Here's your executive committee. It'd be a good idea to learn these names and know who these point people are for certain questions you may have. Some of the main ones you probably will be working with are Secretary Lisa Dirks, who will be updating our agenda for our all membership calls every other month, and you will communicate with her through your travel logs. If you have questions about funding, disbursement, or rebates, Treasurer Yasha Steinmetz will be your contact person for that. Another important person that you'll probably communicate with a lot is our DPG House delegate, Meg Bruni. Meg will be our point person within the Academy House, bringing the HEN issues to the forefront and communicating our member needs, desires, and goals. And finally, another person that you'll probably see listed and will be a contact person for you if you have questions related to the Academy as a whole is Lisa Sands. And Lisa helps us to navigate the Academy systems and processes and reviews. So any questions that you have related to the Academy as a whole can go through Lisa. Our nominating committee's role is to recruit HEN members for our executive committee positions, prepare ballots, and solicit members for our HEN awards. They're made up of a nominating chair, an awards chair, and 2 committee members. The role of the education committee is to house the Journal of Hunger and Environmental Nutrition, to write the newsletter, to oversee the HEN Ambassadors Program, and to oversee continuing education credits in the number of forums we have available. So through the newsletter, through our webinars, and now we're going to start offering continuing education credits through the Journal of Hunger and Environmental Nutrition in order to get more readership. That is made up of 2 co-chairs, the JHEN editor and liaison, as well as the co-editors for the newsletter, and the HEN Symposium Chair, which is a new position focused on creating a symposium based for HEN members. Our External Relations Committee focuses on our individual friends, HEN networks, and HEN corporate sponsorship. The chair is Melinda Hemmelgarn, and her assistant is Carol Berman. We also have a new task force that falls under external relations related to corporate relations and sponsorship that's chaired by Kelly Moltzen. Our Public Policy Committee focuses on local, state, national, and international policy initiatives and recommendations and works closely with the DC office in creating and drafting recommendations for the Academy as a whole. That's currently chaired by Sarah Trist, with members from across the country, HEN members that are focused in their state affiliates, as well as members of the LPPC. Our member communications group is in charge of marketing, the website, our electronic mailing list, new members, student members, member recognition, our directory, and the FNCE showcase. It's going to be chaired this year by Garnet Burnell. The e-zine is going to be accomplished by Ashley Shimmick. Social media chairs is co-chaired by Amber and Holly. Our website co-chairs are Diana and Jane. Our electronic mailing list is housed by Lexi. Our new member chair, Amber, student chair, Yulrika, and HEN Urban Gardener is a new position that's focused on collecting stories and images, including photos and videos, to showcase the work that HEN members are doing over the year so that we can showcase that at our FNCE showcase, as well as collecting historical documentation of HEN members over time. And then finally, our work groups and task force and special committees, so you can kind of get a sense of all the different projects that are going on within HEN. We currently have a Sustainable Food and Water System Standards of Performance and Practice that's being chaired by Angie Tagtoe. We have a Science of Sustainable Food and Water Systems Toolkit that is currently being finalized, will be in the review process, and hopefully be emerge at the FNCE 2013 conference in Houston. We also have a new Food Security and Healthy Food Access Task Force that's housed in HEN, given the Academy's new interest in food security as a mega issue. And we use the members on that committee to connect with the larger Academy, make recommendations, and serve position papers and assistance for them. Our Corporate Relations Sponsorship Task Force, our Film Feasible Task Force, our GMO Task Force, the HEN Symposium Planning Committee, the FNCE Planning Committee, the International Journal Share Program, and our HEN Ambassador Program, which raises funds for HEN members to speak at affiliate conferences and other conferences across the country on issues related to sustainable food and water systems. It's time to get into the nuts and bolts of how HEN works. Let's start with meetings. Our executive committee meetings are every other third Wednesday of the month, beginning the 19th. Our all leadership meetings, which include committee and task force chairs, will be every other third Wednesday of the month, beginning July 17th. Our HEN secretary, Lisa, will send you a notice about this meeting. The main way we're going to communicate between the committee, task force chairs, and the executive committee is through Lisa and through a document called a travel log, which we'll talk about in a minute. All other committee work and meetings and the times that you meet will be determined by your committee as needed. And planning your meetings, this is a picture of the travel log. You can see your itinerary is based on the months, so you can plan out what you're trying to accomplish for the year. You'll have some major activities since the last report, so that'll be your monthly update to Lisa. And then your items for discussion, any issues that you might be having, any questions that you might have regarding how things work, what you need to get done, if you need assistance, if you have an idea for a new project, those are the items for discussion that you would put there. Our membership roster is our main contact sheet. So you're always going to want to refer to that roster and to the proper person on that roster before going anywhere else. There's also addresses there if you want to send cards or letters to personalize your relationships with your committees, and phone numbers and email addresses. Our Doodle Scheduler is what we use to schedule meetings. It's a free service and allows you to pick the best time for the people in your committee to meet and the best days to meet. It's probably best to set up a standing meeting, but occasionally you're going to have to reschedule those meetings, so the Doodler really helps with that. Then we also use Free Conference, which is another free service, to set up our free call-in times for our meetings. So one thing to note about this is you want to make sure you enter the correct time zone for each participant, and you can refer back to the roster to find out what state those members are in. Once they're entered in the system, you won't have to enter them again, but you want to make sure that the time zones are correct, because sometimes you'll be the only one on a call at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. A new planning and organizing platform that we'll be using is the Wiggio. So what is this funny word Wiggio, and am I even pronouncing it properly? Well, I don't know, but there's a video here that will give you a little orientation about what Wiggio is. And it's just basically an opportunity to make it easier for HEN to work in groups. We're trying to move all the group work to the Wiggio, and each committee or work group will have its own area with its own folders and communication mechanisms to work with each other. Please upload a photo of yourself because it's so nice to kind of have a face to the name when we're working across country, and familiarize yourself with the platform. You can change your email settings to receive more or less updates similar to your Yahoo HEN account. So if you're receiving too many emails from Wiggio and you want to receive it in digest form, there's opportunities to do that. And there'll be more information coming soon. Here is a picture of what the Wiggio platform looks like. You can see that there's a feed that's similar to kind of a Facebook or LinkedIn feed with updates. There's an area for folders where you can organize all of your documents and save files. And then there's a calendar if you want to organize through a calendar on the Wiggio platform and link it to your Google Calendar. On the right-hand side, there's an area to add, and as well as scheduling conferences, conference calls, virtual meetings, chats, etc. And then on the bottom, there's a little area for creating that allows you to work on documents and spreadsheets within the Wiggio platform, save them, and they're automatically saved to the platform so that everybody can be working on the same document and updating at the same time without having to pass it around through email. So we're hoping that this will expedite some of our work, make things a lot easier, have everything in one place, because we know that you are working through mountains of emails just like we are. One of our most valued resources is our electronic mailing list, the EML, and our members really like to organize and share information and communicate with each other through our EML. And as leaders, it's very important that we are visible to those members and the broader membership on the EML as well. So we're going to ask you to monitor the EML, respond when people make requests or ask questions, engage in ways that you can, and share your work with the membership as well. To join, there's the Yahoo group email right there. There's also information on how to join on our website, so you can communicate that to the members. And always remember to please follow netiquette guidelines. Our leadership needs to kind of be at the helm of making sure that we're following that guidelines, and you need to be well versed in what those guidelines are. Another extremely valuable resource to our membership is the HEN website. Our website houses an unbelievable amount of information, announcements, and resources that our members can use in their practice. We would hope that you would explore the website a little bit more, dig into the sections that have been so awesomely organized by our website chair, and explore it to help members also know what's available on there. You can see on the right that we have a member directory if you're looking for other HEN members in your state or specific HEN members. New member information, the HEN post, which all of our previous HEN posts are posted. We have archives of all the e-zines. We have access to the Journal of Hunger and Environmental Nutrition. We have information about FNCE and updates, how to access the EML, the HEN leadership, how to access the House of Delegates and what's going on at the broader national organization. And then the resources and education section is probably the most in-depth. And in there, you'll find a world of information to provide to our members and use in our own practices. As mentioned, the Journal of Hunger and Environmental Nutrition is a really special resource that we offer to our members. We are one of the only dietetic practice groups within the Academy that has our own peer-reviewed journal, and it is through a relationship that we have with Taylor and Francis, who's our publisher on that journal. So as a member benefit, we have free online access to the Journal of Hunger and Environmental Nutrition, and the articles are really timely, great research and a great tool for our practice. There are opportunities for you as a researcher or in your community settings to submit research to this journal. You can apply to be on the review board of the journal. And soon we will be adding member continuing education credits to articles within the journals to try to get more readership to that journal. So use this resource and share it and make sure that our members know how valuable it is. An important part of being a volunteer is being able to share your work with the broader membership. So we encourage you to write updates, submit articles, submit announcements, and write up blurbs for a variety of media. First is the journal. So if you're doing anything in your work related to research, we'd encourage you to submit to the Journal of Hunger and Environmental Nutrition. Our newsletter comes out quarterly to all of our members, and one of those versions, the summer version, is actually a print version. So if you have things going on in your work, on your committees that you want to submit to the newsletter, we encourage you to do so. Our e-zine comes out every month, and that's an opportunity to have smaller announcements and blurbs and updates about your work. We would encourage you and your members to contribute to the HEN blog. If you see an interesting post on our EML, it'd be nice to reach out to that member and say, hey, we have a HEN blog, would you like to submit and share that with a broader audience? Encourage people to submit to the blog. And then we have also some social networking platforms where you can share your work and what's happening with your committees. So we encourage you to update on Facebook, connect with some of our younger members, update LinkedIn, which connects with the more national professional network, as well as Twitter, which is a really neat way to cross-pollinate between other dietetic practice group. We started our Twitter in January of this year, and we already have a lot of followers and interactions happening on Twitter, so we hope that you hop on and engage in the conversations happening there. So, FNCE is coming up fast and furious, and it's in October of 2013 of this year, and I'm happy to say that FNCE is in my home state of Texas this year, in Houston, Texas, and we want to invite you, and please plan on attending FNCE, because this is our one time a year that we get to have a face-to-face connection with all of our great membership and leadership for HEN. So our HEN Executive Committee meeting is open to all HEN members, and that will be Friday, October 18th, before FNCE gets started, so please plan on attending that meeting. We also have our Houston Food Systems Bus Tour that is shaping up with lots of exciting stops and guest speakers that will be teaching us a little bit more about the food system in Houston. We also have a spotlight session that is going to be a partner session between HEN and the DIFM Dietetic Practice Group, and that's entitled Food, Water, and the Environment, What's Women's Health Got to Do with It? That's going to be Sunday, and we hope you would attend that session and support your fellow HEN members. We have our annual HEN Film Feastival and Member Awards Banquet, which is our showcase session to pull all of our HEN members together, celebrate all the work that we've accomplished over the year, and watch a really neat documentary that has to do with food and water systems. This year we will be watching the documentary A Place at the Table, which addresses hunger in America. We have a distinguished panel that will be speaking, amazing food, and it's at a really neat venue this year, so we really hope that you will join us on Sunday, October 20th for the Film Festival. We also have an annual DPG showcase, which is the chance that HEN members can showcase what HEN's all about to the larger academy. Members of the academy come by our table to learn more about what HEN is and what HEN has to offer. So we usually have volunteers that set up to work the booth at that table and try to convince other dietitians that HEN is a DPG that all members of the academy can be interested in. We also have a fundraiser basket every year that I would hope that all of the leadership would want to contribute to. One member usually takes the lead on this, and we send seeds and books and other resources that are created by HEN members to that person, and they put the basket together for the foundation fundraiser to raise money for the Academy Foundation. There's a lot more details to come on FNCE in Houston. We're still in the planning processes, but if you want to get involved, send me an email and we'd be happy to put you on a project. So we are HEN, and what I learned in my dietetic internship 7 years ago is you really get what you put into your efforts. So we want to encourage you to ask questions if you're unsure about any of the work that you need to be doing or that you want to be doing. We encourage you to also be creative. If you have an idea of a better way of doing things, or you want to expand some of your work, or you want to add to the work that HEN is doing, feel free to pose that idea and get some members together and move your ideas forward. Engage with your fellow members and feel free to make this your own. We are so excited, and we really appreciate your dedication to our mission to empower members to be leaders in sustainable and accessible food and water systems. I want to remind you that the theme of the year is "The time is now." So the time is now for us to move this stuff forward. We're doing a great job, and we really are excited that you've decided to join us.